Well, in this case, I came into a movie that was already in production, and there were creative differences. And unfortunately, Chris and Phil, the original directors, they departed.
I know you guys might be surprised about this, but I was alive in 1977.
Exactement.
Yeah, I was actually born before that. And so it was a thrilling thing when it came out in 77. It was what everyone was talking about. So all these years later, and to have such a global impact as Star Wars has had, it was...
I'm a driver, and I'm a flyer. I waited a long time for a shot like this.
Was there one specific event that sparked your very legitimate anger this time round? Well, of course, it was that footage that we saw of the human resources director from Air France. They ripped his shirt off. Olivier and I had a job to transform that into fiction, to create a fiction and a film nourished from real life. As far as my role was concerned, well, I just went with the flow. I went with the flow of what I saw, of what I heard. And I embraced the cause of all of those people, and I just went with the flow. That was my job. We can draw up a complete list of the factory workers, the employees, the tens of employees of the company Orange, who several years ago were just thrown out on the streets by their company. I can draw a list of employees who threw themselves under a train, or employees who set themselves alight. War generates death, and it's not just because there's no footage that the deaths do not exist. Let's not deny that, because if we do that, we are denying the suffering in our civilization.
C'est pas loyal. Appelez, ça va dégénérer. Mademoiselle, je me calme. Appelez, s'il vous plaît. C'est exactement comme ça qu'arrive le problème. C'est pas bien, s'il vous plaît. Non, c'est pas bien.
For this particular film, it's so much about, it's about Los Angeles, and it's about the way Los Angeles is understood through the history of cinema. It's the genre of a noir, of a mystery. The narrative is a mystery. The main character is essentially a mystery. There is mystery built within, hidden within the fabric of the film.
I was largely unfamiliar with sort of film noir, and David and Julio had me go home and watch. Can I say the?
Oh yeah, I don't remember. Yeah.
He had me go home and watch Citizen Kane and Vertigo, Blue Velvet, Taxi Driver, and films like this, just to kind of like get into a sort of headspace.
Young director, third time in Cannes, first time in competition. How did you live that moment?
Well, I mean, it felt great. Yeah.